Ba, 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 ba.
Well, hello everyone. It's the Lord of Toxicity, and I'm joined today by my good friend, Northern English Bastard. Northern English, how are
Oh,
you
you
today, my
beautiful
friend?
bastards. Yes.
Yes. So we are going to do an interesting thing today and talk about the unaired pilot, which I didn't even know existed until a week or so ago, of one of my favorite shows, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Uh, what do you know about Buffy the Vampire Slayer over there in England land?
Oh, it was pretty big. It was fucking big. It was a cool kick-ass fucking blonde killing vampires, and when you mention it, but when you watch the actual show, it's actually a very clever commentary on all the shit that happens in high school, but just more exaggerated into more
Hmm.
supernatural kind of some kind of commentary with
Okay.
supernatural twist.
I didn't know that this show was that big over there.
Yeah, no, fucking
And
hell, people were mad over this show when it came
are
out,
they?
and especially Angel.
Oh, Angel more popular than Buffy is over there?
I don't know if it did as well when it first came out, ratings wise, because Angel used to come on a little bit more later than Buffy did, but Buffy's was always on a little bit more like the early evening or late afternoon, something like that, because yeah. Until it
Okay,
started
well,
getting a bit more violent during season 5, then it started coming on late at night as well. Yeah.
facts.
Mm.
So for the uninitiated, Buffy the Vampire Slayer and its spinoff Angel take place in California, where you have a teenage girl who is the quote unquote chosen one. That's Buffy right there in the center. She's endowed with special abilities, including but not limited to super strength and reflexes, and she's blessed with these abilities by a bit of dark magic, which enables her to fight the forces of evil, to include but not limited to vampires. Hence, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Buffy herself is an unorthodox slayer from a long line of slayers. She does not adhere to a lot of the rules that the British patriarchy council set forth to her. She kind of does her own thing. She's sort of a rogue operative in that way, and which is arguably one of the reasons that she has such a success. And if for no other reason, it's the reason she has a TV show. This TV show was based upon writing by Joss Whedon, and he came up with this idea of the teenage blonde girl that's being hunted down in the alley by the big bad monster. And he felt bad for that girl, and he wanted to write a story in which that girl is actually the thing that the monster is afraid of, as opposed to the other way around. It was turned into a very subpar, campy 1992 film starring Christy Swanson, Donald Sutherland, and Pee Wee Herman, of all people. And it was high on camp, did not do very well, and kind of just flew off into the zeitgeist, I guess. But what did happen was Joss Whedon's writing career took off, and he was given an opportunity to turn it into a TV show for a mid-season replacement on the brand new channel, the WB Network. The WB Network had just lost a ratings battle with one of their teenage dramas. I think it was called Savannah or something like that, which actually starred one of the stars of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Charisma Carpenter, seen over here to the right or left, depending on which way you're looking at it. And they needed something halfway through the season of 96, 97 season. Hence Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And then they put it together quickly. WB liked it, and they greenlit the show for a full half season, and then subsequent to that, 22 episode season, which is how they used to do TV shows in the long ago days of the 90s and 2000s. The TV series ran for 7 seasons, and it follows Buffy and her pals as they fight the various forces of darkness and a different quote unquote big bad each season. It's basically a coming of age drama tale of supernatural creatures representing what teenage and young adolescents go through as they enter adulthood. So I do have the trailer here of season 1. Hopefully we don't get in trouble for it, but I'm going to show it anyway. And here's my copyright disclaimer for the fair use policy. And let's take a quick look at the trailer of what we would actually see with Buffy the Vampire Slayer season 1.
Color.
You burned down the gym.
You're not seeing the big picture here. I mean, that gym was full of asbestos.
Hey, Jesse, what's what?
New girl. That's right, I saw her. Pretty much a hottie.
So you're from Henry, right? In LA? Yeah.
I would kill to live in LA. That close to that many shoes?
Hi. Willow, right? I heard a rumor that you were the person to talk to if I wanted to get caught up.
Oh, I could totally help you out. And if you have 6th period free, we could meet in the library.
I was looking for some books. I'm new.
Miss Summers?
Good call. I'm gonna need perspectives on 20th century.
What you're after?
That's not what I'm
That's
after.
not what I'm looking for.
Ha!
The Slayer. To each generation, a Slayer.
I love Giles. I don't.
One
Yeah,
girl
Giles
in
is
all
great.
the
Daddy
world,
Giles.
one boy
Daddy
with a
Giles.
Failed
Who
to hunt
didn't
the
who
vampire.
didn't want
Stop
Giles
this
to be their
beggar,
daddy
evil,
in
blah,
one form
blah,
or another?
blah.
Am I right?
Yeah, I know. He was kind of like this
What do you know
sort of like
about this
bookish
town?
guy, but he,
I believe this whole area is a
it's
center
great
of
when he
mystical
reveals that
energy.
he can be a bit of a badass as well.
Yeah, you remind me of Giles as
Everything you've
Ripper.
ever dreaded was under
I like
your
that.
roof, but told yourself couldn't be by the light of day.
It's a really good trailer.
I know. I think this is redone.
I help.
Oh,
It's
it must be
surprising.
redone. Yeah, it's for sure redone, man.
My ascension is almost at hand.
Master is as old as any vampire on record. There's no telling how powerful he'll be if he reaches the surface.
You're standing at the mouth of hell. You've got to be ready.
Angelus is a
Angel.
character that involved. He really evolved as the series went on.
14th.
You're the Slayer, and we're like the Slayerettes.
It's too hard for me to be around her.
Vampire in love with a Slayer. It's rather poetic.
Tomorrow night, Buffy will face the Master, and she will die.
Giles, I'm 16 years old. I don't want to die.
Get used to it.
Yeah, it's gonna
Dark
happen a few
forces are
times,
alive.
Buff.
Oh yeah, fucking hell! How many times has she died?
At least 3.
Yeah.
Buffy's got this big old yen for you. She thinks you're a real person.
You're in love with her, aren't you? Did you really think you could best me here when you couldn't below?
You have fruit punch mouth.
What?
Okay, so yeah, that's the trailer for season 1. I will tell you how I came upon this show. I was unexpectedly off on a Tuesday night from the restaurant that I used to manage. This is before joining the Army. And I was like, oh, what's on TV? Flipping through TV as one does. And I see, oh, an old episode of 90210. I used to like that show. Let me just put it on real quick. And I see this girl get out of a car, Sarah Michelle Gellar. And her mom says, hey, honey, try not to get kicked out of school today. I'm like, oh, I'm not familiar with this season. I see the school is the same, but okay. Because just so you know, for the uninitiated, the school in Buffy the Vampire Slayer is the same school they used in Beverly Hills 90210. Also in She's All That, just so you know. But anywho, I start watching it, and I'm a good 15 minutes in before I realize what it is that I'm watching, because I had missed the opening screen crawl saying it was Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I didn't know until the first commercial break that it was Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And by then I was invested, and I started watching it, started taping it, as we did in the 90s. And I was excited when season 2 started. I was all in. Season 1 does have a lot of camp. It's definitely one of those things that you could definitely skip around a lot of episodes.
Yeah, they're mostly just introducing the characters at first, aren't they? But it's when season 2 started to kick off. That's when it really started to up the stakes a little bit more, especially with each
Ooh,
season.
I like that. Up the stakes. That's clever.
Yeah. No pun
Now,
intended.
Someone brought it to my attention recently on a rewatch or a discussion that there's an unaired pilot, which I had never heard of. So I was like, that's interesting. Found it on YouTube. It's complete, but it's really raw. And I found out some very interesting things about the unaired pilot. Here we go. Here's the screen crawl for it. Same school, but this person, that is not the Willow you know. This was the original actress. I think her name is Lori Home, or Lori Rom. It's not important to remember her name because she's nobody. But anyway, she got booted out of this show and Charmed in both the pilots. So
Damn, she had it rough then. She did.
had it. Yeah, 90s were not kind to her. Just like God wasn't kind to her apparently. But so she was the original Willow Rosenberg. She did not test well And then, of course, later on, we were going to have the amazing Allison Hannigan come in as Willow and just really imbued Willow's character with a lot of screen presence. A lot of people my age would know her from American Pie. She's of course, she's the one that winds up dating and then later.
No, this is when I first got introduced to her. Before American Pie.
Was it this before American
was,
Pie? Yeah. I think I did see this, of course, first, but I didn't put two and two together. Also, she was in My Stepmother Was an Alien. So that's who she is, and that's where she's from. She's been doing stuff a long time. Yeah, I know, Buffy. That's a big no-no. Another thing, the unaired pilot doesn't have Angel. No Angel in the unaired pilot.
Yeah, when I was watching that, I was like, Jesus Christ, did I miss something here? Because he shows up, doesn't he? He's being all mysterious and I'm just a friend, blah blah blah.
Yeah. This pilot's really rough, guys. You're about to watch something that I cannot easily say is fun to watch. We're gonna try to make it fun for you, but it is pretty gross, and it's something that if this had been the thing to air, I don't think we would have gotten a second season, much less 7 seasons and a spinoff from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. But with my friend, the Northern English Bastard, we're gonna get into it, and let's do our opening credits.
Riding on the waves of destruction, a toxic presence, a lord of corruption, polluting the ocean, spreading decay, the toxic black, going in the flame, searing through the sand.
I've got balls of steel.
All right, WB, Fox, YouTube, there's my disclaimer. This is all on YouTube, so don't come at me, bro. All right, here it comes. You ready? Are you bracing yourselves?
I'm ready.
Let's do this damn thing. Let's flush this turd.
I've got my crucifix ready.
So, pretty similar here. Kind of similar.
Yeah, we get our little twist beginning where it looks like the blonde's going to be killed by the demon, but it turns out she's the fucking demon.
Yeah, I think these are all the same clips right here.
A lot of it is similar. Maybe they did reshoot it, but used the same camera angles, same sets, but who knows?
Hooligans.
Are you
I don't know.
This is a good idea.
Dexter's wife does not look as coiffed here as she does in the one they actually air.
She's still looking good, by the way, though, like Julie Benson.
Julie Benson, yeah, she's hot.
I used to.
Nice.
Gets better.
I think it's pretty cool that they managed to figure out a way to bring her character back on Angel later on.
Yeah, she kind of redeemed herself a little bit after on that show. Yeah. That's what's good about this show. I mean, they gave you characters that started off a little two-dimensional, but then evolved them.
The irony of them going into the theater room and looking at the set when this whole movie.
I was thinking that as well. From the start, thinking, wait a minute, this set looks obvious. Oh no, they're in the theater room. Shit.
Pretty cool, huh?
I could have fallen.
I would have caught you.
Oh my God, the fucking dialogue.
What was that?
What was what?
I heard a noise.
It's nothing.
Maybe it's something.
Maybe it's something.
It's not funny.
Jesus, they did a much better job not only making her look hotter in the actual
There's nobody here.
pilot, but they make.
Are you sure?
Like she looks younger.
I'm sure.
Yeah, I wonder if this might be in a while before they actually started fucking shooting the show. Even Sarah Michelle Gellar looks really incredibly fucking young there. Oh, yeah, that title there. Oh,
that's bad.
That does look cheap.
That's cheap. No, well, this is 96, so they would have made this in 96, and he would have submitted it. I do like this shot. There's a comic book of this, and that's the cover. Is her just sitting there with the big old bubblegum thing, but she's got a stake behind her back. So look at that cheesy asshole in the background. He's like, hey, I'm a 40-year-old guy hanging out in the high school with the fucking kids.
Yeah, couldn't think about it when it talks about all the guys in the school. The principal is actually played by another guy, fucking Ned from Groundhog Day. Look who
Yeah,
it
it's
is.
Ned. It's
Jesus.
Needle Nose
Cafeteria
Ned.
screaming meat is murder on Sloppy Joe Day. That became very popular last month. Had to put my foot down.
Principal Flutie,
Betty?
I just want you to, Buffy, to know that I'm not here to cause trouble. There's not going to be any incidents like at my old school.
Well, I certainly hope not.
No, I'm here to have fun. But, I mean, learning.
How great would it have been if she was like, "Hey, did you ever go pro with that
Don't
belly
worry.
button thing?"
I think you'll fit in just fine.
That would have been a good callback.
Oh God, stop with the music! You're killing me. You're
Yeah,
killing
oh
me.
god, yeah, this is insanely fucking Nancy's this.
Yeah, you know, I kind of had a problem with the math.
Yeah, Xander still kind of seems consistent to the character he is in.
Yeah.
Please be my study buddy.
What's in it for me?
A shiny nickel.
Okay.
I don't know, I think she was lined up to play Willow, but then halfway through they decided, nah, let's just put Alison Hannigan on instead.
Yeah, they're like, let's get a skinny, pretty girl, not this fat, dumpy, ugly one.
Good to know you've seen the softer side of Sears.
Hey, Cordelia. Are you going to the Bronze tonight?
Not with you.
Oh,
We're going, right?
Yeah, fucking hell, yeah. She was horrible when she first started off.
You know, I named my daughter after her.
I know flannel is so over, but I can never tell what's coming next.
Like I said before, they evolve these characters. She does end up becoming a very capable companion, especially in Angel.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Till she decided to break her contract and get pregnant and then
Oh, yeah.
everything on Joss. I don't believe you, Charisma Carpenter. You're full of shit.
Check back tomorrow. I'll have that devastating comeback ready. Whoa. Sorry about that.
Buffy, literally, he was the only person standing there. Are you fucking serious? Where was your spider sense just now? You literally walked right into him.
I'm Buffy.
You know what I've never bought about the whole Xander thing? Xander's just a little too good looking.
Yeah, because he's I think it's just his attitude as well why he plays it so well. You know, the sarcasm, the fucking.
Yeah.
But yeah, he is yeah, when you see him in that fucking episode where he's trying out for the swimming team, yeah, he's not a fucking geek. Come on.
Hi. Is anybody here?
In the actual show, isn't the school is called Sunnydale High, not Berryman, right?
Here?
Yeah, well, they'll change a lot in the pilots, I think, because it is basically just a rough idea of what direction they want to take the show, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, I think so.
So, I'm taking Eurocentric history.
And Anthony Head, he's before he did this, he was part of this really successful these really successful coffee adverts. Should watch them. Like
yes,
the Folgers one, right? Yeah, like he was always trying it on with his fucking bed. There was a will they, won't they kind of thing going on. And
yeah, the chick that was in that coffee ad with him, she played Duncan's girlfriend on Highlander, the TV series, and he shows up in an episode in the first season of Highlander where he makes her a cup of coffee and hands it to her, and they like wink at the camera, kind of.
You should watch the Ray Winston spoof on it. It's really fucking funny. They're a bit more dirtier in this.
I like it. Yeah, I'd be falling asleep during this fucking episode. This I don't know.
Especially with this fucking music as well. Yeah.
I don't know what they're trying to accomplish here.
Well, it's almost like a rough edit, though, isn't it? They probably did look at this and say, yeah, you know what? I think I might need to find a way to liven this up a little bit more. You know, add a little mysterious vampire boyfriend that she doesn't know is a vampire yet. Shit like that.
I am shocked that Angel was not in the original concept. That is crazy to me.
I know. I'm Willow.
It looks like sometimes ideas just come straight after, you know.
Thanks.
That's what I'm guessing what happened here.
No, it's dorky. I'm aware that it's dorky.
Not a job. It's lush. Laura Ashley's definitely back.
You think?
She's back, and this time it's personal. You see, they mated her with the Home Depot guy, and that's how we got Martha Stewart.
Oh.
She must have been fucking 18 when she did this, though.
You met Mr. Giles.
Yeah. Is he new?
He started a few weeks ago. He used to be the curator of some British museum. I don't know why he'd work here, except that we
There is no way any high school girl, no matter how dorky she is, would know this much shit about a fucking
Thought
librarian.
we'd be a little welcoming
Yeah.
committee, help you get adjusted, explain who to hang with and why.
Thanks.
Quite frankly, when I saw those shoes, I knew there was a beautiful bond of sisterhood between us. Really, I was very, very moved.
The new kid? She seems kind of weird to me. What kind of name is Buffy?
Hey, Aphrodisia.
Hey. Well, the chatter of the cat.
That's that joke it doesn't land because they force it, and it's funny that they fuck it up in both this unaired pilot and the actual pilot. It's like, what kind of name is Buffy? Hey, Aphrodisia, and then a dead body falls on her.
I've been trying to work this out. And all I can figure is that you're building a really little fence.
Yeah, it's a steak, mate. It's a fucking steak. Plain and simple.
Actually, it was for self-defense. My last goal was kind of interesting.
Well, it's pretty mellow here. You'll do fine once you know your way around. Those guys are the Housers. They'd be genuine high.
Yeah, this seems a little bit similar to the actual pilot
white
here.
guy stigma. Total wannabes, but they're okay. Ah, the Topanga inbreeds. Dudes! Surf's always up somewhere in the world?
Guess it's not that much different on my side of the hill.
Well, try your hand at it.
Okay, let's see. That would have to be the theater club.
Ah, well spotted. What gave it away?
Yeah, I think Jonathan was played by someone else here as well.
What is the homework?
I didn't get the homework. And them?
Film club.
They spend their time deciding that every movie is an existential meditation on Freudian sexuality.
Even Muppets Take Manhattan?
Especially the Muppets Take Manhattan.
Oh yeah, Darla gets killed off. She fucking does. I was
the dirty
shocked
girls.
the fuck out of me.
Why do you call them... Oh, wow.
They have views on hygiene. It's pretty intense.
So which group are you affiliated?
Well, I've applied to a few, but
she and
doesn't
Xander
look
have
good. Although I haven't
so
heard
much
back from the dirty
chemistry
girls.
here.
Willow.
Were they originally
Isn't that
intending
Buffy,
her
right?
and
She might be going to
Xander
Bronze
get
tonight.
together?
Hello, what's wrong? You didn't hear?
Maybe they did. Who knows?
Hear
But then they
what?
thought, let's have a
woman's
fucking
locker room.
vampire boyfriend in there instead of just have
I mean,
Xander be like the
someone
friend zone
dead.
guy.
Dead?
Way dead.
It's not just a little dead then.
Don't you have an elsewhere to be?
Are you guys sure?
Don't you have an
I heard it
else?
from
That's
Miss
such a
Ramsey.
writer's
It was
line.
in a
Don't you have an
I
elsewhere
heard
to
he used to
be?
go here.
No kid
and
talks
then it
like
was a
that.
gang thing.
Fuck off.
You think he was killed by someone? No, I'm sure it was natural causes. He crawled up in the locker to die of old age.
I got a book. I'll see you guys later, okay? Principal
Yeah, I would have also seen him as the principal more in the actual
Betty.
show.
Betty? Wilma?
Buffy.
Okay, the
I am
gag of
so
him getting her
sorry
name
about
wrong
this.
a bunch
I
of
know
times
it's
is
your
really
first
stupid.
day. I just want to say,
I always kind of see it as
we almost never.
he always has a
have
hard
stuff
time
in the
remembering all the
locker. I
kids
have
in
a
his school
very
because there's
strict
so
policy
many.
about
So it's true?
Maybe I don't know.
I know
Then
it's
again, a name
hard.
like Buffy, you'd probably
Certainly not
remember
the
it.
welcome I would have planned for you. I know you're upset, confused. You probably got that thing like when you burp and you got that vomity taste in your mouth. I just want you to know.
Dude,
that
he's
we're all here
just
for
totally
you.
Ned.
If
He's
there's
Ned.
anything that you
If
need-
Ned moved out to California and became a school principal, he's just totally Ned.
Yeah. Yeah, if they actually stuck more faithful to this pilot, he probably would do that belly button thing. Oh shit.
Oh, great.
It's been a while since I watched the pilot, but I do not remember her complaining that she has to deal with vampires here. I do not remember.
She does.
that.
She
What's
does.
the sitch
Ah.
here? You heard about the dead guy, right? The dead guy in the locker?
Yes.
Because it's the weirdest thing. He's got two little holes in his neck and all his blood's been drained. Isn't that bizarre? Aren't you just going, ooh?
I see. Will he rise again?
No, he wasn't changed. Just dead.
Oh dear. I was afraid of this.
Well, I wasn't. It's my first day. I was afraid that I was going to be behind all my classes, that I wouldn't make any friends, that I would have last month's hair. I didn't think there'd be vampires on campus, and I don't care.
And why are you here?
To tell you that I don't care. Which I don't.
You know,
And
Joss
I've
Whedon
now
dialogue
told
is
you.
not easy to pull off,
So,
but I think she
bye.
does a pretty good job.
You cannot escape
Yeah,
your
she
destiny.
seems to be being at her best when she had Joss Whedon there directing her.
Do you think it's coincidence you're being here? It was
Because
fate.
I have been hearing
Why can't you people just leave me
the last thing
alone?
she did, which was
Because you
I
are the
forgot what it's
Slayer.
called, but it was definitely recent, and
To every
apparently she
generation, a
cannot
Slayer
act
is born.
when Joss
One
Whedon
girl in
isn't
all the
directing
world.
her or writing their lines.
Oh, that's a definite. Oh, dude, that is a definite trope with any of the people that, with the exception maybe of David Boreanaz, who's parlayed into a pretty good CBS career being an action star.
Oh
Except
yeah,
for
well,
him,
he's got a lot of charm. He does have a lot of
yeah.
charm.
But without Whedon feeding most of these people dialogue, oh man, there's no way. Because almost all of them, including you, Charisma Carpenter, you freaking liar. I don't believe you, by the way. I'm going to keep saying that. I don't believe you, Charisma Carpenter. You let me down. You let me down. Yeah, no, without Whedon feeding them dialogue, yeah, I think the show you're referring to is where she plays a fire investigator in the werewolf show. But yeah, she's terrible. She's terrible in it. And I've always been a big defender of SMG.
Did you get the free phone?
The calendar.
I think we're talking about actors only being good with Joss Whedon. I think the Firefly actors can do pretty well when they've not got Joss Whedon. I mean, we had kind of Baldwin.
No, they are. Yeah, no, they're
yeah.
good. They're good. Yeah.
I'm 16. I don't have work.
I rewatched that not so long ago. It's still a fucking great show.
Which is why you're here.
Yes, I'm a watcher, and a watcher serves by finding the Slayer, leading her on her path. It is my destiny to guide you.
Yeah, well, the last guy they sent to guide me, you should see what happened to him.
Yes, I know all about it.
You don't know anything about it. You don't know what it's like. I was happy. I was Cindy Lou Who just coasting through my life when vampires, which are only supposed to be in cheesy movies, start killing people. People I know. Then I find out I'm the Slayer, the only one in the world, and I gotta stop him. And I do. I train. I hunt. It becomes my whole life. I can
All
do
right, so this
things no other
isn't
kid
super
can
great
do.
right here. I was
Yeah, I know.
just
I think
defending
it's
you a
kind of
second
spelling
ago.
out a little bit.
This is too much exposition dumped all at once. They definitely trimmed this up in the actual pilot that they released. This is bad. This is way too much
Yeah.
monologue for
Yeah,
the
it's almost
opening.
it's like a prototype to the pilot, the actual pilot.
Yeah.
Yeah, looking for any wrinkles that need ironing out.
Well, apparently, a little bit of trivia for you.
Anybody else.
Apparently, old Joss hates this so much. Joss Whedon hates the pilot so much that he vowed to keep it from ever being seen, not including it on the DVD. Well, guess what, Joss? I'm watching it right now. You ain't stopping shit. Come at me, bruh. We ain't scared of you. You got canceled, suckle.
Buffy and Angel might be one of the only few shows that didn't that Joss Whedon was not.
Oh, I think that's supposed to be Jonathan.
Yeah, it is. Oh shit! I thought it was someone else that was playing the guy then.
Hey, I'm lying with you here, right? Sure. Psyched you came.
Is Van good?
Well, they don't know any actual chords yet, but they have really big amps. But it's always a good time, though.
Yeah, it seems normal. A normal thing to do.
Yeah, they're trying to get these two to fuck.
I mean,
Yeah,
everyone comes here, right?
I'm feeling it.
So you didn't do normal things at your old school?
Oh, sure. Only, exclusively, everyday stuff. Homework, student council, football team.
You're on the football team?
No, Two. Is Willow coming tonight?
Oh, I saw her sneak on campus with some guy.
Willow has a boyfriend?
She does tonight. I didn't know the guy. So, you didn't have any extracurricular interests?
What was he like?
Who?
Willow's friend.
Oh, kind of...
Pale.
Yeah.
What was he wearing?
So yeah,
No.
in the actual
what was it
pilot,
like? Was it outdated at
Willow's
all? Some old
kind of being a wallflower, and
You're
Buffy
really caring about
pulls
this
up on her
outfit.
and just like, hey, you should go out there and
Yeah,
get what you
but it
want.
was
And,
pretty striking.
go
sleeves
seize
rolled
the
up,
day, and so it's sort of
collar,
Buffy's fault
very Lionel
that
Richie.
Willow,
Who's still sporting that look?
ingratiates herself into a vampire.
I might rewatch the series on Angel again. It's been a while since I have done.
I think I'm gonna do like a every couple weeks. I think I'm gonna pop on because I have all these on iTunes, so I think I'm gonna pop on like my favorite episodes.
Yeah, but it's going to be getting close to the Halloween season there. So September.
Yeah.
Way to start this a little earlier as well.
Yeah, good point. Good point. Maybe I'll have them all done by the time Halloween comes out.
Yeah.
So, time for some kissing, huh?
Ew. Why would you talk like that's not how?
Yeah.
Time for some kissing, dude.
Especially
Just
after what happened to that poor boy.
take your top off. Why do you look like you're 35, Willow?
What do you mean?
I don't like you, fake Willow. I don't like you. They were right to get rid of you. I don't like anything about you. You are unattractive. The hair doesn't work. Nothing works here.
What's the matter?
Yeah, Alison Hannigan. There's just something about Alison Hannigan. She had this fucking innocence to her, but at the same time, you knew there was that fucking sexy side to her as well.
What's the itch?
You might need this.
This wouldn't by any chance be a vampire issue.
How do you know about fucking vampires right now?
Because he was eavesdropping on. He was like
Ah,
a
yeah.
ripper. He was eavesdropping on. Oh shit! Oh, he's biting her. Okay.
Get your hands off of her.
Seconds.
So what is it with vampires and clothes? You always think the march of fashion stopped dead the day you did. It really is such a giveaway.
Oh, her name's Riff Reagan? Is that right?
A vampire all alone at night.
Nah, that can't be right, is it?
You've got me wrong.
I have no idea.
My bad. You're not a vampire?
I'm not alone.
Oops.
Oops.
The makeup
hey.
still isn't bad though.
Oh shit.
I don't suppose you'd be sweeties attack me one at a time.
You watch too many movies.
You can never watch too many.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
The fight choreography still isn't. It's actually pretty solid.
That looked kind of real. I'm not gonna lie. This isn't bad as far as the fight stuff.
I mean, you can see this. You can see the potential that they saw in it, though. Definitely rough around the edges, but
Can you walk?
Oh, Mom was right about boys. Oh.
She would not say that after. Come on now.
Xander.
yeah, no, she just had a fucking neck punch. I mean, there was a chance she could bleed out.
God, I hate leftovers.
Well, that was a bit clumsy.
Let's see what it looks like. Let's see what it looks like.
Yeah, it's a lot slower. It is.
Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible. That is terrible.
See what happens when you roughhouse?
I don't like to hit girls that I'm afraid of. No.
Excuse me.
And yet, she fucking dies here.
Wow.
Yeah, they were smart to keep her alive.
You know, it's not till like near the end of season 1 that Buffy can actually take on like 2 or 3 vampires at once. So
Yeah, cause I think you're supposed to get the idea she's still kind of new at this, but she's still got a little bit of experience doing this.
Who are you?
I'm the Slayer.
A slayer?
Yeah, so the idea is she's very hesitant about continuing this vampire killing business, but then she sees her friends in danger and she realizes she has to do
Nobody
it.
likes your outfit.
Freeze!
Really?
I know how to use this. I think.
Well, I mean, this is a little more realistic because Xander can hide behind her because she's like a tank. So,
Be
Yeah.
careful, you guys. There's...
Your friend can't help you now. Hold that thought.
Yeah, that really felt like Buffy the Vampire Slayer movie kind of.
yeah,
one
this
line
is
of-
definitely, this is giving
Mm.
very campy Buffy the Vampire Slayer movie vibes.
Yeah. I actually didn't mind the movie, but the show is miles better, though. It really does flesh the characters a lot more.
I'm really sorry about all this. That's okay. It's kind of a destiny thing.
So, what does a vampire slayer do exactly?
Oh my God, this 90s music.
90s
Jesus.
music.
I'm a bitch. I'm a liar. I'm a friend. I'm on fire. Jesus.
Your own level.
I can't believe we were almost nice to her.
I know.
I'm not saying you didn't do well. Wait. Now I am. You didn't do well. You stunk up the place.
What are you kidding? She was huge. She had the moves, this crane technique.
And she saved my life.
Which I'm for.
If she'd been a minute later, you'd be dead. Or worse. And you revealed yourself? And you let one of them
You know,
get
are
away?
you sure you're wearing enough? Because we might get a cloud today.
I cannot believe that the fate of the world may well be in the hands of this teen thing.
Relax. The world's in beauty hands. Trust me.
Yikes.
Yeah,
That
thank
was-
God they did a lot of rewrites.
That
for the
was
actual trailer.
absolutely terrible. That was terrible. God, Jesus. Joss, I see why you didn't want that to be shown to anybody, Joss. I wouldn't want that shown to anybody either. That is like, it's like if you have like a handicapped kid, you know, or they're just born really ugly and you just like, you keep them locked away. You don't really show them off to the public and stuff like that.
Yeah,
That's-
keeping them backyard on a fucking chain.
Yeah, as they belong. So yeah, no Master, Darla gets killed off, no Angel, this thing right here, or whatever this Miss
I feel bad
Piggy.
for this actress a little bit. I really do.
I
because-
don't. She knew what she looked like when she went outside. I have no sympathy for her whatsoever. Look at that and look at this. Look at that and look at this.
God, Alison
Back
Hannigan was so fucking cute back in the
and
day.
to the
man.
left. Back and to the left. Come on now. We upgraded so much. I mean, did you really want to be stuck with this for 7 seasons? Are you serious?
Yeah,
What do
you
you
need
think?
someone physically able to do all this shit, though. I mean,
Yeah.
even if you are playing like a character
Yeah.
who isn't like sort of badass, you know, because
Yeah, we don't need a walking advertisement for Ozempic. Am I right, Buffy? Look at Buffy. She knows I'm right. And no Angel? Seriously, no Angel? I don't know, man. That was a bad call on that one. But
yeah,
so, go ahead.
it's obvious. It's obviously the sort of potential, but I thought, yeah, we need to fucking do a little rewrites and really spice it up a little bit more. You know, add some more layers to everyone.
Yeah.
So-
I'm glad they did what they did. It's very intriguing. I think I had heard rumors about this, but I get it confused with because they did a Buffy the Vampire Slayer cartoon at some point. I don't know if the show was still going on or what, but I always got those two bits of trivia confused. And it wasn't until it popped up in my feed that I was like, oh shit, this is a real thing. Okay,
I
let
did
me.
not know it was an animated series.
Yeah, apparently, well, they tried it, and I think they got
Uh,
everybody to come back except for Sarah Michelle Gellar, and I think they used the chick that does the voice on the Buffy the Vampire Slayer games, which, by the way, were dope as fuck. Buffy the Vampire Slayer Chaos Bleeds, and then the Buffy the Vampire Slayer game, both that you can play on Xbox, the original Xbox, are dope as fuck. Those are fun games to play. I like both of them. They're both they're very different too, but they're both really good games. The original one that came out in 2002 is very similar to Tomb Raider, and you get a lot of cool weapons. The second one though is really fun. You know, it's just a fun thing. If you ever want to check that out, you can just pull it up on YouTube. They do like walkthroughs of it and things like that. So, and the chick that does the voice actor, the voicing for Buffy is really good. You'd swear it was Sarah Michelle Gellar. She's really good at it. So yeah, no, that's the this is I am unashamed to tell people this is my favorite show. I had all the books for this show. I had the comic books. I just really liked it, and I thought it was great. I wanted to name my daughter.
It's a very funny show, and also really fucking heartbreaking when it needs to. It's there's a few times where it bloody broke me. I'm not gonna lie.
There's people who have asked me amongst the years, and they're just like, "What do you just because she's hot?" Or I'm like, I actually don't find her super attractive. I always found Cordelia a lot more attractive, but I think it follows along the hero's journey. It does, you know. It's Buffy as a warrior for the powers that be, and I just really like that about it. I like how they've made a character and subvert the expectations by having the character be the damsel in distress, but instead she's back before girl boss was a fucking thing. You know what I mean? Now, obviously, we all know Jennifer Lawrence was the actual first girl boss action star, but you know, I feel like Sarah Michelle Gellar really followed in her footsteps quite well. Which, you know, a couple years before J Law was actually born. But you know, hey, since she's J Law, you know, totally get away with it. But yeah, this is something that I followed for a long time. I was so sad that it got canceled when it did, but it did have a good run. Angel is I do enjoy Angel more of the two, just because it's more of a, you know, noir private detective.
Yeah,
type
it
thing.
is more adult. It is definitely more adult.
But yeah, it's pretty cool. I've heard rumors of a reboot. I really hope that's not true. I hope that doesn't happen. I've heard all kinds of crazy shit like Zendaya being Buffy.
No, fucking no.
Please don't.
Honestly, they did do a lot of graphic novels to continue the series after the final one. So
yes, they do. I actually have one of those on iTunes. Actually, it's a I don't know what they call it, but it's when they take a graphic novel and they is it stop motion? Is that the right word? I don't know if that's the right word.
There's plenty of them on YouTube. So.
Yeah, I have I have the stop motion of that. So, but yeah, probably next week or the week after, I'm gonna do probably I'll either do the actual pilot of this, or I'll go right into season 2 Halloween and just start doing the Halloween episodes and getting those ready and to be released in or around October. Because there's 4 Buffy stories. They didn't do the one for this season, obviously, because it was a mid-season replacement. But there's a book on it called Halloween Reign, and it's really good. Then they have the actual Halloween episode where they all turn into their costumes. Then they skipped a year, but then the following year they did one where I guess they go into a haunted house, and then they did one in the second to last season where her sister Dawn goes on a date with a vampire, and Buffy and Spike and everybody has to go rescue her. So, which is I like that one too. I think they're all.
Yeah. I'm a rebel. You're an idiot.
Yeah, exactly. And I always love the one where the one where they all turn into their costumes is great.
Yeah. Fucking Xander becomes a soldier. He knows how to learn everything, and I think and he still carries that trait after, doesn't he? He still has that knowledge
for a little bit. Yeah. For a little bit. For a couple seasons, he does the whole the soldier knowledge thing. So, what's your favorite season of Buffy?
It's hard to say. I mean, sometimes I'll say season 2 or I'll say season 4 or 5. It's maybe season 5 and 2 are my favorite ones. I can't really explain why.
Yeah, I'm a big season 3 fan myself. I like the introduction of Faith. I like Angel's reintroduction. I like the mayor. I kind of judge him by the big bad of each season. And
Yeah, no, I mean, Gloria's a
mayor.
great fucking big bad, and she's just like this spoiled little fucking socialite girl, isn't she? But she's really evil and she's invincible, and yeah, that's scary. That's fucking scary.
Oh, she's scary as fuck. Yeah, she's the only villain that Buffy ever runs from.
Yeah.
In the entire series. So
and the fact she was very attractive as well made me very
she's smoking hot. She's smoking hot. Yeah, she should have done more movies. I was just curious about that. Claire Kramer, she was in Bring It On. So I always wondered why she didn't do more stuff. I had to look that up. But anyway, hey, if you've stayed with us this long, maybe you'd consider subscribing to the channel. If you haven't already, give us a like, comment, and subscribe. Leave in the comments what's your favorite Buffy season or bad guy or episode you'd like me to rewatch. Like I said, I'm going to do a series of these and have them out ready to go for Halloween. I'll probably test the waters and see if this one gets a copyright, as YouTube likes to do to me and to my friend Northern English Bastard here. And I want to thank Northern English Bastard for joining me on this little escapade down memory lane to see what might have been with a much, much worse cast and a terrible dialogue, horrid special effects, and a very frumpy, chunky Willow. Thank God we did not get that. And a dead Darla too. Yeah. Oh, and Needle Nose Ned is the principal. That might have been the only thing that I think they might have improved by keeping Needle Nose Ned. I think that could have been pretty interesting. Northern English Bastard's channel will be in the description on this video. I encourage you to go check out his content. It's always based. It's always good. He is a longtime contributor to the Critical Drinkers fan base and has been a guest on the Critical Drinkers open bar. And he is funny as shit. And I like spending time with him, picking apart TV shows and movies. So you got anything coming up next you want to plug real quick, brother?
No idea at the moment. I'm trying to get a few of my MCU videos done. I'll try and do The Crow if I get a chance to see it.
The new Crow, the reboot?
Yeah, I might do that, or I might do a little retrospect. I have no idea yet. I've got a lot of stuff in life that's happening. So videos have kind of become a little bit, kind of been put on the back burner a little bit, but I'll still do something though very soon. Don't worry.
Yeah. YouTube's become kind of a torrid mistress lately. It's been a little cruel to all of us, and then life kind of gets in the way. I happen to have a kind of a wacky bar schedule these days, so I'm able to do a little bit more with YouTube than I used to, but YouTube's been kind of taking a big bite out of my ass lately. But I'm just being nice. I'm being nice, YouTube. Don't strike me, you know.
Yeah,
sorry.
I'm still writing some reviews down. I'm still trying to get some down for see if I can get some done before Halloween and have them premiere then, you know. Get a few in advance if I can.
Maybe we can entice either you or Enzo to host the Losers Lounge, and maybe we could do some Halloween movies like we did last year. That would certainly be fun. I would like that.
Yes, we could do that. We could do that. Fucking hell.
All right. So again, if you are so inclined, Northern English Bastards channel will be in the description on this video, and I want to thank him again for stopping by. And if you're interested, I will do more of these Buffy rewatches. Let me know which episode that you would like me to show. I may even do Angel somewhere down the pipeline, because I have a bunch of that. Spent way too much money on iTunes while I was in Iraq. So until next time, everybody, stay toxic.
Riding on the wings of destruction, a toxic presence, a lord of corruption, polluting the ocean, spreading in decay, the toxic black, going the flame, searing through the sand.
I've got balls of steel.